Hey, today we're talking about this two-sided cutting board. Vendor sent us this product a couple of months ago. A lot of great things to talk about with this, to show you. I think the first thing is this, is that what I've had up until this point, I've got many sizes. I have two different cutting boards. I have one for meat, one for fruits and vegetables. Sometimes we get these confused. Sometimes we worry about if there's going to be some cross-contamination. So it was really easy when we found this to understand what this is for. We got the titanium side. This is pure titanium that is used to cut the raw meat, cooked meat. This side is going to be used for vegetables, for fruits, anything else. Here's what is really nice about this. Not only do you have the ability to have the two sides, but there are a couple things that really fit well. This cleans really well, and you'll see here how this washes off easily. The recommendation for this is that you take this, you dry it and wash it in the sink. Do not put this in the dishwasher. This is going to ruin this. So let's make sure you don't do that. From this side, what you have is a little bit of a groove here that's going to catch some of those juices that happen. If you've ever had London broiler, other types of beef where there's juice that comes out, when you're using this type of cutting board, it's going to fall right off onto the counter. This makes it a little bit easier to clean up because you have that. On this side, when you're cutting fruit and vegetables, you have a little bit of a divot where some of that juice will catch. That really works out well. So let's kind of go for an over top. We'll do some cutting on this. We'll talk about some of the other things that people are saying, and then we'll get you to the point where we decide if this is a product for you. So I think this works really well. So as we take our onion here, I'm not a professional chef, so don't judge my cutting. We take this here. Board nice and easy. It moves well. It's smooth. Oops, not the best cutting right there, but you get the point. Then we're going to go ahead and take some fruit here. These are some strawberries. Cut off the tops, throw those away. And we've got some red color that we're going to have buried into this. I just want you to see that this is going to clean up well and it's going to work out nice. So we've got that there. And then what we have here is if you want minced garlic or you want minced ginger, you can rub it here. I'm going to use a carrot just so you can see it. But by taking this here, you're able to mince that up. And now instead of, if you don't have one of those tools, you can mince it up yourselves. You've got it right here in your cutting board. You can get enough off there. You can put it into your meal. So throw your onions in. We'll make believe these are peppers. Throw those in. Get your minced garlic. Put it into what you're looking at. And now you've got that cleaned up. Once you're done with this, you can clean this side, flip it. Now when the meat comes out, you can go ahead and cut that. Don't worry about any cross-contamination. Makes it really simple and easy. So as you can see, we've got some of the red here from the strawberries. We've got the orange from the carrot, and then there's a little bit of white from the onion. So let's go ahead and clean this off. Really easy. Now we've used this a lot, so there's a lot of different colors that can come on here. Never say it's going to be perfectly clean, but you see how the water kind of beads off really easy. We switch to the other side. If we want to wash off the chicken, we'd probably use a different sponge or a paper towel, but it cleans off well. And now we get all of those juices off. There's the color. Got a little bit of tint from the orange, but nothing too bad. Now that we've cleaned up everything, you can see that this has been a really great product for us. We use this for both sides. For the meat, got a little bit of stuff on there, need to dry off. We've got enough for the vegetables. On this side for fruit, it's really been a great product for us to use. Here's a couple things that came up with some questions and some of the reviews I saw. Number one, some people asked about, is this real titanium? Everything on the website says that it is. I haven't tested it, but it works really well. Other people mentioned about cuts in here. Now, if you can see, and you might be able to see on my bamboo one, there's definitely a bunch of slices and cuts with the wood. I get concerned about that because it's getting into the wood. I have to use things like boiling water and grapeseed oil to make sure that's cleaned out. On here, there are some nicks, there are some marks. I do see them, but it's not getting into it like you would in the wood. So I do think this is a better overall product. The other thing I heard, and I saw a lot, was people talking about it dulling the knives. And I have to admit that's something that's going to happen regardless of what you do. One of the things that I use, and I don't know if you've ever used this, is the Orange Ninja. This is a product that you can use to sharpen your knives. It works out really, really well. So I use this all the time, especially before I'm using my cutting board or cutting meat. This makes it really easy to sharpen my knives, sharpen my scissors, a lot of my outdoor tools. So easy fix if for any reason this is dulling any of your knives. This makes them super sharp. So I would say that if you are someone that's in the market for a cutting board, especially a double-sided cutting board, I joked earlier about us not giving it to our son. We got two of them. I'd actually take a look at this product.